Yo, I didn't think I would ever have this shoe in my hands. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers. And today we are taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 Band. This is the 2011 Band, the infamous 2011 Band Jordan 1s with the X on the back. And for one, I'm just surprised that I could even say I have these. Also, super surprised at the quality. Now, this definitely um, is not the original, but it's very close. So we're going to take a detailed look at this shoe. I'll give you a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about the differences between this and the authentic sneaker that did come out 12 years ago at this point. And then we'll get up out of here. So let's go ahead and get started from the bottom up. We're looking at the Air Jordan 1 outsole, the standard Air Jordan 1 outsole in that gym red, varsity red. Let's see what the box says. Varsity red this time around. And then that moves up to a midsole. The midsole, of course, is just a straight up stark white midsole. And now let's get to the star of the show, the uppers, where all over this shoe, you've got a super, super buttery tumbled leather. It's super tumbled, like really soft, really glossy. It just looks premium. Now, when this shoe released, this is actually the only instance of the Jordan brand putting real premium quality materials on a Jordan 1. We like to, throw the shattered backboard up as like the gold standard of quality. No, this should be your gold standard of quality when you're talking about Air Jordan 1 sneakers. So yeah, man, this tumbled leather, of course, you've got it in black all around the mudguard or surrounding your toe box on the vamps here. The mid panels and even the ankle collar is the same black tumbled leather, and that is super nice. And of course, where you don't have black tumbled leather, you've got this red tumbled leather on your swoosh, on your heel, on your ankle collar, and of course on the toe box. Super dope. Now, one thing that's different between this shoe and say the 2011 the 2016 release is these actually came fully laced in the box, and you see these are laced with red laces, and that is covering up a pretty soft tongue. The tongue on this is not the same like super stiff nylon that we get on most Air Jordan 1s. It actually feels more like a neoprene, which is going to give it a great feel on foot for those who chose to actually wear them. Of course, got the black and red Nike Air tag on the tongue. And let's pull out these extra laces that you get in a separate bag. You got a white pair, you got a black pair. And your lace tips, by the way, aren't just regular old lace tips. They're actually black and red on they're black on this red pair. And they say, imagine if these sneakers were actually banned and you never got a chance to wear them. Great marketing, Nike. Great marketing. But anyway, now while I'm trying to get this shoe tree out, I'll let you know. Just talk about the shoe a little bit. This shoe came out in 2011, and it released only at Nike factory stores. And it actually went straight to outlets. The reason it went to the outlets was actually because of an error in the manufacturing. Of course, the story of this shoe is that in 1984, these sneakers were banned, the date actually being October 18th, 1984. And the reason these ended up going to outlets is because the date inside this shoe is actually October 18th, 1985. And that's crazy. And so because of that, because Nike got the date wrong, all over the shoe, by the way, these ended up being sent to outlets. Even on the insole, The insole says, on September 15th, 1985, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. And I'm assuming the other one says on the date that it was banned. This is all an homage to that banned commercial with the two big bars over Michael Jordan's foot, represented by this X here, as well as all the X's on the interior of the shoe, on the sock liner and whatnot. But yo, listen, if you guys watch the channel, you know what I do. I generally review replica sneakers, and I try to spot the differences between the replica sneakers and the authentic sneakers so that you know you don't get duped. In this case, man, like, this shoe is 12 years old, so if you see one in this super brand new condition, I'd be a little skeptical either way. But I am really shocked at just how close these are to the retail shoe. The only difference I can really see is when it comes to the stitching up on this ankle collar. It's just not quite right. The shape is just a little bit off, just a tad. But like, it's close enough that I don't know how most people would know the difference on foot. And that's pretty much the case for almost all replica sneakers these days, which I guess is scary if you're in the market. Like, if you're one of those people that actually resells shoes, I guess this is kind of scary to see like how close some of this stuff gets. Like, especially if you're paying resale prices, I'd be so afraid that I paid $3,600 for this shoe and then it was a fake. Like, I couldn't do it. But anyway, love these. Now, let's take a quick look at the packaging, because this shoe did come in a special box with that same X. You see, it's not the standard Air Jordan 1 box. There's no Nike Air branding on this box. Instead, it's all replaced by the X and the words "Imagine If." Got that X right there. You do have the colorway right here, black, red, white, and it's actually the same on both sides. Imagine If. So Air Jordan 1 High Retro, or Air Jordan 1 Retro High Band. Black, varsity red, and white. When these came out, they came out with a retail price of $125, which feels like a steal because now Air Jordan 1s are going for like $180. That's crazy. Nothing special inside the box, just standard Air Jordan 1 paper. Wings logo there. And Imagine If on the other side. Anything on the bottom, just kind of standard Jordan branding on the bottom. So yeah, that's the packaging. And like I said, the differences between this shoe and the retail shoe when it came out, honestly, I've been comparing these to pictures on GOAT like for a week now, just trying to find something. And it's very hard. But like I said, the only real difference that I can find is just there's something about the sewing, the way they sewed like the collar of the shoe to the sock liner, that kind of just shows a little bit of a difference. And that's how you'll be able to tell the difference between these real or authentic or replica shoes and the authentic shoe. If you ever were to find a pair of the authentic shoes out for sale in the wild somewhere. Honestly, this seems like a better option to me than spending crazy money on resale. But hey, you know. Let's look at the interior of this shoe real quick. Oh, okay. Well, here's a difference. Here's a real difference. I got 2 sets of extra laces with this shoe. The real one wouldn't come with 2 sets of extra laces. So there you go. There's the difference that you can spot if you're trying to figure out, hey, did I get the real thing or did I get duped? 2 sets of extra laces. And yeah, that's about it. That's about the only difference I can see. These shoes are spot on. Shout out to the homies in the description that sent these over. And I'll see you guys in another review real soon. Peace.